Just south of downtown Phoenix lies the Rio Salado Habitat Restoration Area, a 600-acre park space along a 5-mile stretch of the historic Salt River Corridor. Once a severely degraded area used for landfill and sand and gravel quarrying, the now restored Rio Salado habitat features wetlands, native Sonoran trees and plants, and 16 miles of trails. It also features over 150 different bird species and a variety of other wildlife. Located in the heart of the habitat is the Nina Mason Pulliam Rio Salado Audubon Center, a gateway to the nature experiences available in the habitat and beyond. Generations of Phoenix children are growing up in highly urban environments. Today's children spend less than half as much time in the outdoors as their parents did. Nowhere is this problem more acute than in the inner city. The Nina Mason Pulliam Rio Salado Audubon Center's primary mission is to connect inner-city children and their families with nature through high-quality, hands-on environmental educational and exploration programs and habitat restoration projects. We're working to make sure that inner-city children experience nature's awe and wonder as it was meant to be experienced.
These kids from Phoenix get to come here and see that there's nature right here in their own backyards.
I think that's a great egret over the two birds.
That's good. Good job, you guys. The main message that we want the kids to have is that this Sonoran Desert is part of them, that they are connected to it.
It's yellow and black.
And just that the kids feel that they are part owners of our Sonoran Desert, and they have a responsibility to protect it and look after it and learn about it.
Remember I said you have one species of boa that lives in Arizona? Well, this is it. This is a rosy boa. So rosy boas live in western and southwestern Arizona. They like really rocky areas.
My friend Melissa came today, and she's a PhD student at ASU, and she studies snakes.
He's a lot more smooth than the other snake I touched.
And she took out the snakes and started holding them, and you could see she wasn't afraid of them at all. And by the end, every single kid wanted to touch the snakes and look really closely at the snakes.
It's cool.
They weren't recoiling from the snake, thinking that it was gross or scary, and that is a really good message that most wildlife is scared of you, and you don't really have any need to be scared of it. Respectful of it, but maybe not scared.
Birds are incredibly important to Audubon and are central to our programming. We find that birds provide an excellent gateway for people to connect with nature. Birds are easy to observe, they're colorful, they have interesting behaviors, and kids love to look for birds.
Yeah. Did she get taken away from her pack?
I think what happened with Sibley, she was either found on the ground and somebody meant to do the right thing, but they didn't know what the right thing was, and they took her home. This bird's name is Ebony. Ebony's a black-crowned night heron.
A relative of the black-crowned night heron is the great egret, a large all-white bird, and about 100 years ago, the great egret was hunted almost to extinction. And a group of people got together because they were so concerned about this bird that they actually passed laws to protect birds. Does anybody want to guess at who those people were? That's right, they were the first Audubon Society, and the great egret became our symbol.
I just tried to get it.
Good job, we got it. I know.
It's a big one?
It's a big one. I know. And so what it is with dragonflies is because the eyes are so big, they can actually see in all directions. Okay, who wants to see the eyes of this big guy?
Me!
All right.
Teaching children about nature is really where the future is for environmentalism and conservation, and that's really what Audubon and Audubon, Arizona are all about.
Whoa!
I know. Each eye is made of all these tiny little, microscopic pieces. And you've got like hundreds of them.
At the bottom, they're like little hooks.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Today we are looking for insects to find them in our pond and see what that tells us about the health of our pond. All right, you can use your hands.
Oh!
I had one girl who was from South Phoenix, and she said, "Oh my God, I can't do that. I don't want to do that."
Yeah, we're trying to find a worm. It looks like
Then we went out and she had a great time. She got her hands all in the water, and we found dragonfly nymphs and beetles and all kinds of things.
one right here.
Oh, yeah, that's good. And at the end, I always ask the kids, what was one thing that you learned today? And she said, I learned that I can be a scientist. And that is the best message that I could pass on to any of these kids.